Man, it feels like every single day there's a new AI breakthrough, right? It is so easy to get lost in all the noise. But if you look closely, underneath all those announcements, something really fundamental is changing about how we interact with technology. So let's connect the dots and see where this is all actually headed.
So, this is really the big question we're going to explore. We are watching this incredible evolution happen in real time. AI is shifting from being just a simple tool that we tell what to do to a teammate that actually works with us and maybe into something else entirely. We're going to follow this journey in 3 acts. All right, Act 1, AI as the ultimate creative partner. And we're not talking about AI just following a set of instructions anymore. This is about AI actively co-creating with us in ways that honestly felt like pure science fiction just a couple of years back. Okay, get this. Look at Runway's new Game Worlds platform. This is a huge leap forward. We're not just generating a static picture or a little video clip anymore. You literally describe a world in text, you can throw in some pictures for inspiration, and boom, you have an interactive, playable game. This just blows the doors wide open for game development. You don't need a massive studio anymore. The power to create is now in the hands of anyone with a cool idea. And this revolution, it's happening inside our creative workflows too. I mean, think about finding music for a video. The old way was a total grind, right? Hours sifting through music libraries, then paying these crazy expensive licensing fees. But now, with tools like the new feature from 11 Labs, the AI literally watches your video and composes a perfect, totally original, royalty-free score in seconds. It gets the mood, the pacing. It's an absolute game changer for creators. And you see this trend popping up everywhere. You've got models like Quen that give you professional-level photo editing just from a simple text prompt. Then there's NanoBanana AI, which delivers amazing image quality without needing a supercomputer to run it. What this all means is that these incredibly powerful creative tools aren't locked away for the big studios anymore. But of course, this also brings up some really serious questions about what's real and what's not, and how these tools could be misused. Okay, let's move into our second act, because this is where things get even more interesting. AI is stepping beyond just creative stuff and is now performing as a highly trained, specialized expert in fields that normally take humans years and years of training to master. So what's with this number, 95%? Well, that's the accuracy rate that recent evaluations showed for ChatGPT-5 when it comes to medical diagnostic tasks. That's a level that's comparable to, and in some cases even better, than experienced human doctors. That is a massive milestone. And just think about the potential impact here. I mean, it is enormous. Think about rural areas, remote clinics, or just busy, overwhelmed hospitals. An AI that can help with diagnostics could be incredible. It could reduce errors, help doctors make better decisions, and basically give everyone everywhere access to world-class medical knowledge. But this all leads to a really important question. Who gets to build these AI experts? For a long time, the most powerful AI models were proprietary. They were locked down and controlled by a few massive companies. But the open sourcing of models like Grok 2.5 completely challenges that. By making this cutting-edge tech free and public, innovation shifts from a handful of labs to a global community of developers. It just totally changes the game. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most transformative act of all. This is where AI evolves from a tool you command into an agent that actually understands your goals and then acts on your behalf to get them done. This term right here, Agentic AI, this signals a critical shift. We are no longer talking about an AI where you have to tell it every single step. No. Instead, you give it a high-level goal, and it figures out the how all by itself. It plans, it reasons, it executes. For decades, our relationship with tech has been pretty simple. It's been reactive. We need something, so we type a command, or we click a button, or ask a question, and then we just wait for the machine to respond. It's a very simple one-to-one exchange. Agentic AI completely flips that script. It becomes proactive. So instead of just sitting there waiting for your next command, it starts to anticipate what you might need. And this is exactly what we're beginning to see with things like Google's new AI mode. So what does that actually look like? Well, imagine telling your phone, hey, plan my weekend trip to the mountains. The AI doesn't just show you a list of search results. No, it books the cabin, it checks the weather forecast, it maps out the driving route, it creates a packing list in your Notes app, and then adds the whole thing to your calendar. It's handling these complex workflows across different apps and actually reasoning through problems. It fundamentally changes how we interact with the devices we use every day. And if you look inside the research labs, things are moving even faster. We're starting to see the first hints of what's called emergent AI. These are systems that are developing skills they were never explicitly programmed to have. A good way to think about it is like a flock of birds creating those incredibly complex patterns in the sky. No single bird is in charge, the intelligence just emerges from the group.
The breakthroughs here are just stunning. We are seeing AI agents that teach themselves new skills, that adapt their own goals, and even collaborate with other AIs to solve problems in ways their own creators never saw coming. Now, this could revolutionize entire industries for sure, but it also puts the questions of safety and control into really sharp, urgent focus.
So, this is where we end up. We started this journey with AI as a simple tool, a better paintbrush. Then it became our teammate, and then our expert. And now it's right on the verge of becoming an autonomous agent that acts for us. As this technology keeps accelerating, the most important question might not be what can AI do anymore, but rather, who is truly in charge?